want to show how I grow squash. Squash are very easy to grow. They really are. They do take a lot of care if you want to get a lot out of them, because they're so susceptible to disease and bugs. They kind of suck on the juice of the plant and they'll really destroy it. So as long as you can keep those bugs off of them and keep them disease free, they'll actually put out quite a bit of squash for you and last quite a long time. So I'm gonna show you how to do that as they grow. As far as sowing the seeds, it's always better to sow the seeds directly into the ground with any crop. However, with squash, I recommend starting them inside in early spring in cups and putting them somewhere warm where they'll germinate. And then you can set them out in early April or late March. I set these out in maybe mid to late March, and they got off to a slow start because of the cool weather. Matter of fact, some of them I had to replant. So had I started these inside, they would be much further along than they are now. But anyway, did what I did, so so hopefully in the long run though they'll benefit from that, because it's always better, like I said, to sow them directly into the soil. So they're getting to the point where they're maybe ready for a little bit of fertilizer, some of the bigger ones. And I'll just kind of chronicle growing this squash and give you a few tips and tricks. Like I said, they're very easy to grow. If you start them early enough in the spring, you can definitely do a second crop around July or August and let them grow into the fall. And if you do a second crop, in July and August, if the weather is hot and warm like it is here in Alabama, then you can sow them directly into the ground. They should germinate fine. You don't need to start them in cups or anything like that. But if you take care of them, they'll supply you squash all summer long, most of the summer, and you probably won't want any more after you, get so much off of them, and you can freeze them and blanch them and cook them in the winter, and it's just a lot of options. So, and generally, I got a lot of squash here. I probably have enough to give away, but generally, 4 plants will feed a family of 4, very well. And I have 2 varieties I'm growing: the straight neck yellow squash, and I'm growing the zucchini. So they're very similar to grow. Okay, I want to give an update on the squash. It's about 2.5 weeks later. As you can see, they putting out squash and doing pretty well. They have grown pretty fast. And what I'm going to do is show you how to harvest the squash. Now with squash plants, they are very gentle plants because they're full of water. These stalks right here are full of water. So you don't want to you can easily damage the squash plant. So when you get if you get the fruit off, I recommend you use snippers to snip the fruit off and just get down there and just snip it off very gently. That way it's less stress on the plant if you just snip the fruit off. And once I harvest this fruit, the plant should get another burst of energy, another burst of growth. I did put a little bit of fertilizer, triple 13 fertilizer around them, because we were getting a lot of rain, and I want to take advantage of that rain. It's always good to fertilize your vegetables real close to a rain, so I went ahead and did that. If you don't have any snippers, you can harvest it by twisting the fruit off, but just be careful. Just take it and just twist it till it twists apart. Be very gentle because you don't want to damage the plant. They are ready for a little bit of bug spray. Any spray you have you get at a garden store will work. That kills bugs. You really want to kill the squash bugs, and I highly recommend using the 7 Dust on them. Yeah, I wanted to give a quick update on the squash. They're doing pretty good. I've been harvesting quite a bit of squash. I've had several meals off the squash. I did want to comment about how close you can grow squash together. These 2 plants are growing together. So if you have 2 squash to germinate together, it's okay. to let them grow. I wouldn't let more than 2, but they do fine growing that close together. But the squash are doing well. I fertilize them. I've hoed around them. This is about when they start getting this size, you really can't hoe around them anymore because you don't want to damage the plants because they're very sensitive and will break very easily, as I described earlier. So the only thing now that you can do is keep the bugs and pests off of them. So what I do is I keep them sprayed with a garden spray, as I described earlier, and I'll show you the spray that I use. And I keep them dusted, the bottom side of the dust, the leaf with 7 dust or any kind of garden dust will work. And you can see remnants of the dust where I hit the bottom of the leaf. And that dust will last a while, even if you get a light rain, because it's only on the bottom side of the leaf. You know, it'll be fine. I usually focus my liquid spray on the stalk and on the ground and on the fruit itself to keep bugs off of the fruit. And if you keep the ground with the pesticide or the garden spray on the surface of the ground, it also helps deter bugs. And you want to deter the squash bug from sucking on the base of this plant, because they'll just start sucking the life out of that plant, getting that moisture out of the plant and that water out of the plant. So it's vital to keep dust with that spray and that dust, keep a good coating of that on the stalk. But I show you what I do. Like I said, spray the ground. And I kind of hit the stalk and the fruit. Get all up in there. And like I said, I do this every, 4 or 5 days, unless we get a rain. And you don't have to spray too long. Just a little quick spray. Get it all down in the base of the plant. Just a little quick pass. Hit the fruit. That one is actually ready to be harvested, actually. And this spray, it doesn't hurt because you can see those bees in there pollinating. It doesn't hurt the bees. I haven't seen any reaction from the bees. I do try to stay away from the blooms though, just to be on the safe side. And you'll see you got the male, that's a male flower right there. And then you see the female flower, it'll be the flower that has the fruit on the end of it, like that one. So, here's a zucchini. But I had a few zucchini plants that survived. But anyway, that's a quick rundown. I would show you how I dust them, but I can't film and dust at the same time. But it's very simple. The only thing you want to do is you want to make sure you wear breathing protection when you spray, and you want to use most of the garden dust come with a hand applicator where you can just shake it out like a salt shaker. But I recommend having some kind of blowing device, and I'll show you the device that I use to blow it on the plant. Yeah, this is the garden spray I use, but any spray will work. I feel is advertised to kill the popular pests that get on fruits and vegetables. So you can use any kind that you choose. I also put about a teaspoon of this Immunox inside of it. Instead of, you can treat your vegetables separately for fungicides, but to save time, I just usually put a little bit of the fungicide in my spray, and it seems to work pretty good. So I hadn't had any problems, but I use this right here, or you can use any kind of fungicide, to just keep your vegetables healthy and keep them disease free. And this is the sprayer I use, or the duster I use. So you want to use something similar to this that blows your dust out. You can get it on there more effectively. The only thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have good breathing protection on when you use something like this, so you don't want to breathe that dust in. So, and I have it turned upside down so it blows the dust on the bottom of the leaf. But it's very simple to do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am looking to get more subscribers and viewers to my channel. If I see more of an interest, I'll do more videos. Thank you.